Welcome to the weekly roundup on SA Footballer TV. We're on Division 1. I'm Tommy Javor, your host, with my co-host Darcy Evans.
CJ, how you going?
Oh, I'm going well, mate, as long as you don't want to talk about my tipping for Div 1 last week.
Who would have thought,
mate,
we were going through them today, who would have thought this time, beginning of the year, even end of last year, what was going to happen now? So
in the words of my good friend Billy Birmingham, it was harder to pick than a broken nose. So we'll be reviewing round 4, which is a tough review, and previewing round 5. We'll start off at Campbelltown Memorial Oval, where it's stage 1 of upset round. It was Ross Trevor 15-8-98, Prince Alfred 9-15-69. So Prince Alfred suffering their first loss for the year. And the details were, for Ross Trevor, Medhurst kicked 4, Homps 3, Bacanello and Jordan both kicked 2 with a host of singles. Better players there for Ross Trevor were Wilkie, Holm, Sutcliffe, Fantasia and Medhurst. Whilst on the Prince Alfred side, it was J.R. Thomas with 3 and Rocker with Ashby with braces, whilst Perryman, Castry and Rocker with the better players. And just before we move on from this one, mate, just a quick one. J.R. Thomas is probably doing it pretty tough at the moment. We wish him all the best, and anyone involved at Prince Alfred, make sure you support your mate there. And
indeed,
more to follow on that one.
Captain of the club.
Yeah, absolute ripper bloke and ripper footballer you'd love to have on your team. And all the best, mate. We're thinking of you here at SA Footballer TV.
So very well to Jacko. So he's pretty happy with that win. But so going to the next one, we've got now, again, who would have thought this one at the beginning of the year? We've got Port District's taking on Goody Saints. So Port District's are good winners, 7-point winners over the Saints. So it was 12-8-80 to Goody Saints 11-7-73. So gee whiz, well done to Port Districts there. So we've got Batty, goal scorers for Port Districts. We've got Batty with 4, Wright with 2. Then a number of individual goal scorers there, 7 or 8 individual goal scorers. Then we've got for Goody Saints Hughes with 3, Dempsey with 2, and Pinto and 4 or 5. Oh, gee whiz, about 6 or 7 goal scorers there. So again, all teams tonight have been spreading around for the goal scorers. So well done. Best players for Port Districts, Wright again, he's always in there. Williams, Wiestra, Coulthard and Batty, and for Goody Saints, Hughes, Dempsey, Charlton, Pinto and Burgess. So yes. Pinto, young son of Frankie Pinto, ex-Flinders Park champion. So
Taylor Charlton, ex-Panama Junior player.
Oh, yeah, spreading around a bit. So, but would have loved to have young Pinto there, but not to be. He's only lives around the corner. So, no, good win there by Port District. Never seen that at the beginning of the year, but. Goody Saints, gee whiz, they're sitting at 8th at the moment.
Yeah, 1 and 3 sitting 8th. Now a few people are writing them off. Yeah, I'm not quite at that level just yet. Goody Saints still very dangerous, and maybe they won't win the premiership this year, but you'd never take them for granted from 1 week to the next. Our next one was one who I actually got right. It was Tea Tree Gully, 20 goals, 18-138. Too good for Henley, 12-10-82. Henley now winless after 4 games. It's getting close to panic stations.
Never thought that either at the beginning of the year.
Well, I did tip them to Mr. Finals, but gee, I would thought they would have taken a scout by now. And Tea Tree Gully back on top, 3-1. Of course, we'll be at Tea Tree Gully in 2 weeks' time for our first ever live call. It's going to be very, very exciting. A revolutionary breakthrough.
History in the making.
Saffel called live, and plenty more to follow on that. We'll talk about it next week. Let's go over the best players and goal kickers. Tea Tree Gully, they spread it well. They had 10 goal kickers. Melville, of course, kicked 4, Min 3, Stent 3, Kiapani, I can't say your name, mate, I'm sorry, kicked 2, with Shellmakers and Koshel also kicking 2, a host of singles. Better players, Koshel, I dare say he gave first use to McKay, he's in there, Min, Shellmakers, Stent and Hand, so there's it's not a bad collection of best players there for Henley. Radley did his job with 5, and Fry kicked 3, Stewart 2, better players, Stuart Lawless, Radley, Gordison and Brad Geddes, who's doing great things behind the scenes down at Henley, just taken up running a brand new Oz kick. So well done to Geddes, and hopefully the boys get a win soon.
I said, I hope Sharks can come back. I mean, they've got the under 18s.
Well, they're rebuilding from Oz kick, mate.
But you're doing it
start the pathway.
Oh dear.
Yeah, on to the next one, mate.
Okay, next one, probably no surprises. We've got Salisbury North took on Undy Jets. Undy Jets are strong since they come back up to, or come into Division 1 for the first time. 21-19, 145 to Undy Jets 10-3-63. Goal scorers for Salisbury North were Tiru 4, then there were 9 other goal scorers. So again, 10 goal scorers spread around for their 21 goals. Good work done. Undy Jets, Walk with 4. Walk's always been in there. He's probably up there with the best of it at the moment.
We used to make the joke walk harder all the time. It was always walk harder, harder walk, and fortunately no Luke Harder anymore.
No, that's it.
He's been missing for a couple of weeks now. So.
Then there was about 4 or 5 individual goal scorers there, so just their 10 goals. Best players, Salisbury North, Drainer, Dreitman, Witra, Thomas and Sharp. And for Undy Jets, we've got Moss, Rogers, Walk, Taggart and Harris. So good win there to Swords North. Bit of percentage boost as well.
I tipped Unley to be relegated this year, and I got contacted by a couple of people, and one of them in particular was very negative towards my thought process. And what I did say was that I really feel like in Div 1, it's that last quarter where they get you. They do run over the top of you, and you see that there again, 6 goals to 1. It's a big step up with the quality
Div
of player.
one, yeah.
They don't drop off.
Div 2 to 1.
One team that stepped up on the weekend was
Yes.
Adelaide Uni, 12-13, 85, too good for Payneham, 9-14, 68. Very disappointing loss for the Falcons. I actually went to this game. I got there just at half time after I finished playing, and Uni were up by 10 points, and then it was what I thought would happen. Payneham got a roll on 2, 3, 4 goals in a row, all over Uni, and Uni responded really well to draw level at 3/4 time. And in the end, we're just too strong in the last quarter. Payneham couldn't find anyone to take a mark in the forward line, unfortunately, in the last quarter, or couldn't produce any goals. Adelaide Uni were able to scrape a few through, and they were too good. So well done to Uni.
Yes.
And
First loss of the year to your boys.
Payneham, yeah. And look, for years now, since coming through the grades 3, 2 and 1, we've just always found a way. We didn't find a way on the weekend, and Uni were too good. And it's good to see some of the Uni players first-hand play really well. There is certainly some talent there. Those Payneham boys are fantastic. Wellington was good. Roach and Noonan definitely very good. Someone that didn't get the best players was Bateman, but I thought he certainly filled a hole back there and made it part of the problem for us scoring goals. Their goal kickers, they had 3 players kick 2. They were Painter, Charlie and Newcomb. For Payneham, Tyler Brimacombe, we lost Tyler Brimacombe in the second quarter after he kicked 4 goals in the second quarter. It was a huge loss for us. We had a host of players kicking singles. Well done to Baldy, who played his best game for the club, being our best player. Mac Haynes, the young 18-year-old, was fantastic and serviceable. And Nick, the situation jolly, gave his all in ruck, and
He's
had
ruck, so yeah, because I see he only kicked 1 goal, but he got the best player, so he also got full 40. He's playing.
No, mainly playing in ruck, and look, in 2016 at some point he will get a free kick, but you know, we'll see when that happens.
Mac used to say it to me when I was umpiring.
Yeah,
Is he going to get a free kick?
Different set of rules for him. It's quite strange. It's unique. It's a phenomenon. But we don't win. Uni won because they were the better side on the weekend. So well done, Uni. On to the goal kickers. Now we'll quickly have a look at the goal kickers' stats because we've only had the 4 rounds, and Melville's miles in front with 24. J.R. Thomas, we mentioned earlier, with 13. Kamain consistent for Ross Trevor with 12. As has Nika Homahomch. Kelsey just a 9 for Goody Saints. Looking at the ladder, it's quite interesting because the top 4 all on 3 and 1 now. It's anyone's game, and Ross Trevor on 2.5 wins. Down the bottom at the other end, it's Unley Mercedes on 1 win. Henley on no wins in the relegation zone. This week's game starts.
Yes, well, we've got Goody Saints Adelaide Uni. So after Adelaide Uni's big win last week, and Goody Saints, they're a bit hemorrhaging at the moment. So look, I'm going to go for, whether you call it an upset or not, I'm going for Adelaide Uni over Goody Saints. Probably the first time in many years.
You call it the Lord of all upsets. Adelaide Uni with the other team, I tipped to finish in the relegation zone. Goodwood Saints were a team I tipped to finish top 3. I'm going to stick with my instincts from earlier this year. Goodwood to bounce back, good teams bounce back, but if they don't win this one at home, the natives might get a bit restless.
Indeed.
Next one, mate.
Oh, Henley and Ross Trevor. So Henley are struggling without the win. I don't think it's going to change this week either against Ross Trevor, who had the good win last week over your boys. So I'm going for Ross Trevor, even though it's at Henley Memorial Oval.
They didn't beat my boys, they beat PAC. I used to teach at PAC, but they're not really my boys. They wear maroon.
You teach PAC. There you go.
Yeah, a bit of trivia for you.
Yeah.
Shove that on your stiff shizzle list. Look, Ross Trevor have been consistent this year, and they look good, and they seem to have fixed some of their holes. One big in for them is Tommy Hurley, the handsome young lawyer who is providing plenty of bite. So I'll take Ross Trevor.
Ross Trevor. Next one, we've got basically top versus bottom. We've got Teacher Gully take on Unley Jets at Kingswood Oval. So Unley Jets, we've just got the 1 win, and Teacher Gully 1 loss. So look, I'm going for Teacher Gully by a good margin. Yeah,
look, Teacher Gully are going to win in the ruck. Kosho is the dominant ruckman of the competition, and therefore McKay, Hand, Sandry, one kick it on the oval when they're kicking it to the goal square where, show makers, so forth. I can't see a way that Unley can win this game of football. Teacher Gully.
Yep, indeed. And we've got PAC versus Port Districts again.
This one's come to life to us.
It has.
Port Districts are just starting to their last 2 weeks. Really good. Yeah.
What was that last
week? And the week before that,
PAC?
drawing with Ross Trevor.
Had a loss.
Yep. So this one might be a little bit closer. Being at Park 9.
That mongrel of an oval out there in the middle of nowhere.
It's Park 9.